the hell is that? That's the chief.
Nephew.
Hello, Pioneer. Welcome to class. Let's go. Banger, did you do it again, coach? We done did it again, Pioneers. We done did it again. April 7th, 4/7 being the ignition. In the peak of cherry blossom season. We've talked about this from Good Friday to Resurrection Sunday, resurrecting the prices from that $66,600 to $66K range. Back above that $71,700 range that we've been speaking about, that we've needed to break to go up and away. To blossom out of cherry blossom season as we head into Taurus, the bull. Where my bulls at? As we get ready to watch Uranus, the god of all things crypto and the god of euphoria, transition into Uranus, transition into Taurus. Something we've spoke about since June, July of last year as part of our cherry blossom season thesis heading into this year's thesis 2026. The history we made off of Uranus in retrograde in 126K, bang. And now here we are blossoming in the last 3 days of cherry blossom season as we head into the season of the bull. But is it a bull trap, or are the bulls back in town? Time will tell. We'll have to find out. But it's a pleasure to be here, Pioneers. I love you all, sending you all much love and high vibrations, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're seeing the bangers come to life again. You know, that butterfly that, you know, hopefully is now making sense on the daily time frame. You know, when you start to look at the more grandiose, bigger picture of things. I know we view the 2 hour a lot, but it helps keep it more simplified. It helps me break it down for you throughout the day while I'm busy and, well, you're getting all this Twitter news and crypto news and you don't know what to do. Well, we just try to keep it calm, cool, kosher, and we'll teach you with TA and updates. So it's very beautiful to see this yet again, this thesis and dissertation playing out. And it's a strange kind of pain, the kind you can't easily explain to, you know, those who haven't lived it. Because from the outside, I'm sure it's just something that looks like posts and updates, right? Just like me sharing a chart and, ooh, anybody could do that, and, oh, that's just another idea and opinion that someone else has, and, but on the inside, year after year after year, month after month, week after week, day after day after day, I can't help but feel like it's like I'm writing history before it happens. I sat there studying cycles for years, trusting my vision, putting the puzzle pieces together and seeing something before it became obvious, and now I spoke on it for years and taught it for years, and documented it and watched it time and time and time again, and here we are yet again. Exactly how we saw it, exactly how we taught it. Where them blowhorns at? and you know, not begging for recognition, but we constantly get questioned though, and doubted and dismissed a lot, and silenced, banned from communities, sometimes even attacked. And people don't understand what it does to a person to live ahead of their time. And to do it with your students while they experience in real time too, that is wealth, that is rich. Like realizing I create happiness, and I hope I'm watching it click for you guys and everyone that's been here, and I hope I'm watching you start to benefit from something you've already carried the weight of figuring out, because I've done it for you. And while at the same time you're, getting ready to blossom yourself. Because again, I said it time and time again, my work is all about you. I do it for you, y'all know that. Blood, sweat, and tears, sacrifice it all to be here with my pioneers. And I really want to leave, but I'm too far. And I'm too lost. Want to let go, but it's too hard. And that's the part that, I hope doesn't go unnoticed and forgotten. I hope that's the part that nobody talks about one day. That misunderstood, undervalued, belittled, silenced, and even banned the #1 banned crypto YouTuber on the planet. Y'all know that for years. And the mental toll of knowing and having to wait on the world to catch up. Bang, 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 for a 7-day. That John code, right? Coach A, John, the Master Chief, right? Born out of Ohio, right? But those April showers over, right? The frustration of planting seeds in people's minds and nurturing them and watching them grow while others try to bury you in the process. But they forget you were the seed. And a seed isn't just buried, pioneers, to be forgotten. I promise you that. A seed is buried to grow. Consciously, subconsciously. I hope I planted a seed. And that's what this whole journey has always been for me. Y'all know that. To reach and touch and change the lives of 1 million people. And every doubt thrown my way was soil. Every moment of silence was pressure from that heat, that sun. And every time I was overlooked was just part of the process. Was watering me to blossom. Because what people fail to realize is I've never hidden myself. I've always been emotions on the sleeve true. I've always been planted in who I am. Gnothi Seaton, know thyself. And now those same cycles that we've spoken, taught about, those same patterns that others ridiculed us for seeing, continue to unfold in real time, year after year, right in front of everyone. So it comes with a little mental anguish sometimes, a little mental wherewithal, but it also comes with something stronger. Proof. Not validation. from people, but confirmation from reality and the cosmos itself. And the ones who've been, again, investing and paying attention, they know. They've seen the seeds. They've watered them. And they've watched them grow. I'm born out of Ohio, bud. John. It's 4/7, April 7th. John. I am Mr. 47, Mr. 47, Agent 47. That is my code. You know, born out of Ohio, the 17th state. Fair and Greed Index at 17 today. Right? All right. So we talked about this. You know, that 47 code. On the way to my evolution years ago, I started becoming Neo, the one, right? Right, changing my life with that 47 code, manifesting off of it, sharing it with the world. All about that Trump thesis since prior to his second election. Nobody was talking about him tied to the markets before then, tied to this 47 code. Something I started my work on 6 years ago, 2019, 7, whatever, you know, however you want to view it. You know, had to decode me, had to know who I was before I could come and talk about the markets, had to know who the markets were. That's a living, breathing organism. Had to study each and every chart, take walks and date each and every chart. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to know who I was first if I was going to be a decoder, if I was going to use that 8 of Wands birth card. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I am the greatest manifestation. John, Mr. 47, Agent 47. Why you think I've been all on that 47 code? Unlike any other. You know, so tied to where I'm from, tied to who I am. But yeah. Yes, sir. You live in Ohio? Love it. I love it. I'll have to come see you sometime when I go back home to Mount Vernon, Ohio. The 740. Okay? So again, Mount Vernon, Ohio. Okay? Knox County is where I'm from. Okay? Area code 740, the mirror of 47, as above, so below. Okay? So, just throwing that out there. But that is where I am from. Born and raised for the first several few years of my life. Then I moved to Alabama and other North Carolina, other places, Texas and Biloxi, Mississippi and Florida. And so, you know, I've lived around. Okay, but very historic city. Okay. But yeah. So I don't know how far that is for from you, but yeah, would love to come see you guys sometime. Have you guys, you're welcome here. Got 2 small CME gaps, you know, down here 67,000, we'll say 174, and to 67,600, and this small CME gap on the 2 hour at 69,740, we'll say, to $70,040. Well, wow. Anyway, so 2 small CME gaps that we can feel come back, you know, ritual bull trap, boom, and then get a higher move up, as long as we continue to hold 66,600, get down here and basically test this area again, but just close or play into these CME gaps. We'll see. We could, gravity, big fish eats little fish, so maybe we're gonna take this one out first, and then we could leave these for ever or later in life or whatever, just paying attention to them because they've recently printed since the 5th, since the 3rd on Good Friday and our last test of 66,600, and since the 5th when we blossomed out of that 3 6s 666 code, mark of the beast low, and into the 6th day through Satoshi's birthday, through Resurrection Sunday. Again, resurrection in the charts. Erection. It's got that erection in there. That Osiris ritual. Okay? So, very unique. Okay? So, pretty powerful. But we've been waiting on that accumulation. Adam, Eve, okay, Phallus, Vesica Pisces, okay, into the distribution, okay. So left shoulder here, head here, right shoulder over here, and then we break out more potentially. Who knows? Could just keep breaking and then come back to test this. Okay, but either way, just been looking from that accumulation distribution phase. All right, sound waves, sine and sound, sine and cosine waves. But yeah, heart waves on a monitor, things like that. Round bottom, round top type thing. We're at the golden pocket, 702 fib channel on our Fibs on Fibs on Fibs historical Master Chief chart, you guys. Y'all been here for years. You've seen us make history on this. You've seen us document history on this. First ever 117K, right? Things like that. 15K lows, 69K highs, everything in between. 126K, 117, like I said. I mean, just look at those distribution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tops called over a span of 2 whole years. You know what I'm saying? And then accumulation over the last 6 months, down 66K, right? And now holding 66,600. Bop, 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 bang, at the 702 Fibonacci of the Fib channel and golden pocket. Like, if we break this level right here of $71,666, literally is what I saw when I was looking at the price. It's right there right now. Oh, crazy. And and if we break it, like, it's up and away. 223, 322 EMA at 86 to 88K, you guys. We're 88 days from the 4th of July and America's Independence Day and our Independence Day rally. Part of our cherry blossom season thesis through Memorial Day, Flag Day, which is Trump's birthday. Part of our thesis. President right now, he's tied in there. This thesis is cyclical, timeless. You've got to develop it every year yourself, but pay attention to the fundamentals I teach. Nothing's the same every day in this matrix. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's the same. Only thing the same is change itself, right? And so we're paying attention to that and we're documenting it. And so the 223, 322 EMA that we haven't touched literally on the daily time frame, in 147 days roughly, come tomorrow. 144 days if we take it to yesterday today, and it just depends on if we keep adding that end date. 145 today, 45 tomorrow, 146, however you add it. It just depends. Not surprising though, getting right past that 144 and blasting that out of Resurrection Sunday. So you're telling me that let's check this out. What was that date? November 13th, right after Trump's 60-minute interview that we called, giving us our 60K lows. And as of right now, 60K, 59, 17th prime, right? Bitcoin's 17 years old. That being our lows, right? Right after that was the last day we touched the 322, 223 EMAs. So it's been roughly 144 days into Resurrection Sunday, and you can't make that up. That's all tied to the 144,000 code, Jesus, resurrection, life, death, rebirth. It's pretty unique. Finding that live in class tonight with you all. So 2025 to Resurrection. You can't. Yep. 144 days to Resurrection Sunday since the last time we touched the 322 EMA. Give me 86K. Like we've been saying and showing with this decode of 8647 since last year, right? But hitting on this even more relevant and previously, variously, over the last several months since February and the Super Bowl decode we've been doing. But again, Good Friday being that 1, 2, 3 go code, right? That we gave in Friday night's class. I think we held it Saturday actually, but we gave this in Tuesday night's class as well. Prior to Friday, Holy Friday coming up, because it was Holy Week. Okay, but that Ouroboros life, death, reincarnated code, and bam, 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 bang. Satoshi's birthday, Jesus, resurrection, Easter, all being that cherry blossom season ignition and peak of this year's cherry blossom season that we had been speaking and teaching about. So just writing history yet again, unlike any other chart analyst and decoder in this crypto realm. It's remarkable. It's like, how long can I continue to do it? Sometimes I wonder. But here we are. That crypto's Andy Warhol chart is just looking fabulous, It is really, I think, about to take us back to that $79,000 range, and then back towards that big bully of 91,100, that 911 code, right? That support we lost, that we had to hold during December when I was teaching you about the big bully, okay? And that 911, ritual that we saw. So, just very beautiful, very beautiful. But could this be the start of coming out of this low and entering that fifth wave that we've been seeing on everything else in the markets? Gold getting ready to extend into that fifth wave as well, to that 6,600, 666 code, $7,000 range, right? So 7,400 as we head into Independence Day, right? Not too long ago, a few years ago, coming out of C19, gold was at $1,776, while silver was at $17.76, and XRP was at 17.7 or 1776 cents, right? So, do we see a 74 ritual with these, markets around this time period? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just asking. 250th anniversary of America's birthday coming up, like Illuminati's birthday coming up on May 1st. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. What a good time to shortly roll over after some highs. Anyway, but yeah, we'll see what happens Mayday. Into April, right after Uranus stations in Taurus, right after the start of Taurus and our Earth Day celebration of, this month, and the 21st, 22nd microstructure reset, recycle. Like, we've got an eventful month, plus the astrology packed into this with things like the new moon on the 17th. And again, if April is considered whether you believe it the first or the second, some could say it's the second month truly, and so that's the 2/17 date tied to our Great American Eclipse this year that was on 2/17, February 17th, and we know something big is coming off of that code, so we can pay attention to that day potentially for some news. But also the 12th being the anniversary of the Civil War, and we know Abraham Lincoln's assassination on the 15th. It wasn't too long ago I was sharing something about a video that was circling online about the USS Abraham Lincoln that had went down. And now this video had came from a video game called Arma 3, and we're in World War 3 right now basically, and so I'm paying attention to Abraham's assassination date for potentially a ritual to happen to the USS Abraham Lincoln maybe, and that's just a wild thought, but I don't know, somewhere around the 12th to the 13th time period with what I'm seeing in astrology. If Roy Moore is here and he wants to talk about that or something later, or anybody, but as we approach that time period in about a week or so, I'm just paying attention to something ritualistic like that, with all this talk on Trump blowing up everything tonight, and now there's a ceasefire going on for 14 days or whatever, something like that. Like, I don't care. And well, I'm watching ships, the shore line, the sea shore, like the Sea Hawks that won the Super Bowl this year, that was all about where this decode that we've been doing for going on 3 months now, showing all of this, making this history, calling these lows and everything, and I want to see what happens right here at this time period. Titanic, it's all about ships right here for me. Watch the water type deal, liquidity. So yeah. But anyways, just proving that this could have still been that test of that, roughly $62,000 to $64,000 institutional range. 62 being the mirror of the 2-6 year we are in, and the 64 being the institutional range of April 2021, the highs that we got then, and that 66,600 being icing on the cake right here into that Satoshi birthday and the Resurrection Sunday, and blossoming out of that into the end of cherry blossom season, into that LPS SOS, are the bulls back in town, Wyckoff accumulation phase. Okay, now I know that was a tongue twister, so try saying that. Okay, I'm just saying. Alright, now could this range of 72,000, 71,100, could it fail? Could it give us resistance and show a bull trap right here with the lower high coming in? Like, we don't want to see that, okay? And then we've got to hold 66,600. It's been talked about for, I don't know, if we were to go from our lows and then go back over here to, bam, 60 days of lows before we bop up, bang, bang, bang. Did you do it again, coach, after you called the 60K lows? Down $66,000. Tied to the 666 code. I don't know, man. Maybe I did it again, but I'm new here. It's my first day. So anyway, but I mean, it's all in the code. Okay? So watch these charts continue to explode. Alright, and we'll see what happens if we don't continue to enter phase D right here and get to that 81 to 79 to 83K, that 86 to 94K tied to Uranus, you know, the god of euphoria. Okay, as we get ready to transition into Taurus and bull season. I have my bulls back in town. So, are the April showers over? That will bring our May flowers into the Mayflower moon. So, that 786 traders range and accumulation range that we teach you on our golden chart. Stay golden, pony boy. AU Orm is the name of gold. AU, stay gold. Okay, stay golden. But that accumulation that we were seeing, if we were to pull our fibs from the lows that we got to the 97K high, and then it gave us that 786 traders range of $66,600. Bop, 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 bang, bang, bang. And you wonder why the code was so on point. Because it's technical. But I'll behave. So, just golden opportunities everywhere we look on Coach Abe's charts. Just a putt from mind blown, which we weren't. We called all this in advance. We lost $47,000, okay? And we saw it happen to the 79K lows that I was preaching for in advance. Back to 80K, I said. And nobody believed me. 60K, I said. Nobody believed me. James Wynn shushed me and silenced me when I was trying to share. Trump came out in a 60-minute interview and he won the 60th presidential election, and he said we were going to 60K in the crypto race tied to the 1960 space race, and we just launched another rocket to the moon after hitting 60K. I was writing history in advance, James. I tried to tell you in your community, bud. But anyway, and it happened, losing 47K within 47 days from the highs into the 47th week of the year under president number 47. I am agent number 47. So again, just very remarkable, very powerful. Uranus stationing in retrograde. We told you, we warned you, we did the decodes last year, June and July. We released it to the world. If you didn't see it, well, I'm sorry, it's on my YouTube. Go back and watch it. Okay, you missed out. Alright, where you been at? But here we are. History we made showing 14 years of all-time highs and all-time lows have always came in Uranus stationed in retrograde. So we got our all-time high of $126,000 shortly after a blood moon eclipse of September 7th. Uranus stationed in retrograde September 6th, the day before. Totally trumped and debunked these fucking eclipses for 3 straight years now. Every one of them. With my work. Not bragging, not boasting. I'm just trying to show that it's taken me 12 plus years to develop this market thesis, and it's so much more financial astrology than eclipses. Like, I can only, it's like, you know, we've been in 6 months of fear, and I've been screaming at the tops of my lungs from the rooftops that never in the history of the world of 5,000 plus years of finance have we seen a market end in fear. But we short-time top this year in Uranus stationed in retrograde at 126K, and then the market's done every single thing I've said it would since. And we called that 126K in advance, upwards of 2 months. From June lows of June bug, June and July lows of our June bug carcinogenic phase of the market to our August autumn equinox phase. That is everything we dubbed it. My cat dubbed it that. I mean, I just wanted me to point it out that I told Jazzy said it. Go look at my X account. You know, my Twitter account. It's Jazzy told y'all. My cat told y'all. And they say you can't call the highs and the lows, you guys, but I've been doing it straight for 6 fucking years, nonstop like this. Artistically. Painting Andy Warhol's, Rembrandt's, Monet's, and Degas. And what a beautiful sight. Could this be the first ever high we get outside of Uranus stationing direct and out of retrograde? Just like that one anomaly of an almost low, it wasn't the cycle low of C19. Because, again, the lows came in Uranus stationed in retrograde. This was just a return to low. A spring in March as we entered cherry blossom season 6 years ago. Oh, the anniversary we are having here at the Daily Candle Close News. As I turn 36 years old in a few days. So is this going to be another anomaly outside of Uranus retrograde where we see a high? A new potential all-time high possibly of 211K, 174K. Ranges like that we've been calling since 2022, lows of 15K. So only time will tell. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. That 4-7 date we told you, it's gonna be a banger. 106 days from our winter solstice. Are we going right back to that from that life, death, rebirth into the year, new cycle, rally into that bull trap? Are we going right back to that big bully range of 91,100 out of this life, death, rebirth ritual? Name another to do it and to give it all away for free. 106 days from the winter solstice after our 10-6 highs. Okay now. Okay now. Y'all play around if y'all want to. We been bullish. We been screaming up and away. Sitting here at this accumulation range on a chart that we've been sharing for years and made since 2021, 2022, heading into a 15K low when we were calling that upwards of 2+ months in advance. For a year we were saying 15K would be the bottom. And here we are, new all-time high in phase C. We saw that, and then we saw resistance at that for almost a year straight. Okay? So think about the 6 months of fear and down and sideways action we've had from the $66,600 range now, down 66K after hitting 60,000. Okay? And now here we are after resisting this, potentially grinding this out as support, and it's a previous 6-year all-time high. The next range is 156K, the 1.618 that we've been mapping out for 6 fucking years. Bang. Welcome to the butterfly effect. Tell them pioneers. Yeah, that's right, the electric guy. Love it. What do you mean all you see is YouTube? You should be able to see my... Why? Well, I know the recording is going to have everything I've got on my screen. I can stop sharing in the Discord and try it again. You see my chart now? I don't know why it was like that. Has it been like that the whole time, y'all? The recording's got everything, so y'all just catch it in the morning, or I'll get it posted as soon as we get off air, as soon as I get it encoded and everything. That way y'all can watch it and see my screen as well. But I hate that, man. I hate that, man. I've been grinding and pumping out some legendary charts, man, and yeah, they not like us. They not like us. But yeah, and so that Master Chief range and that 112 I gave. Oh man, they say you can't call the lows too. Hey, they told y'all to short $1.37. Where they at? Where that GG33 guy at? Let us pray. It's 4.7, you guys, and the dollar gapped 0.47% today. You can't make this up. Yeah, coach saw it. Yeah, they can't hide it from me. And you know, I'm loving myself right now. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Butterfly effect. Yeah. Yo, what up, Roy Moore? Yes. But yeah, just making history yet again, you guys. I'm so stoked, man. I'm so proud of myself. You know, I write history and I fulfill dreams with my work, and others become memes with theirs. And I meant that when I said it last night in that video I made, you know. It's just how I feel, man. Yeah. I'm telling you now. He's tied to that. I'm tied to that, you know. I used it to know who I was. You know, I've made so many 47 connections going back to 2024 prior to his election, man. It's not even funny. I started that code. I manifested that code because I know who I was tied to that code. You know, and I wish I'd have never shared it. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got the receipts. You got 2 messages back to back and no happy ending. The fuck, 90 minutes. What do you mean? Oh, 2 massages. Sorry, I didn't see the A. I was just reading fast. Yeah, let us pray. Let us pray. Let us pray. You're gonna have to behave. I know, I need to. See, that's why I just need to find me a nice woman sometime. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work 2 jobs. I'll continue to do that. I'll cook, clean. You know what I'm saying? I'll do the laundry. I'll take care of the yard. Like, she would fucking love me. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, just take care of my son, help raise him, and take care of me, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'll do my best to give you time and take care of you, too. Like, I'll behave. And, yeah. So... Y'all silly, man. Y'all silly. But yeah, it's just remarkable too. By the code, I was sharing this with some of y'all, those that, you know, read, which I'm sure is everybody here, you know what I'm saying? But those that are active is what I mean. There's like a few of us, right? Oh. But the code for today was remarkable too, that I came back across in my notes, and the few that I found, these 2 that I found, looking into it more. But today is 69 days from Trump's till Trump's birthday, and we're blasting past that 69K range, and truly holding that as support now, hopefully. And it's also 88 days, like I said earlier, tied to Trump 88, Trump 47 code, right? And 88 days till America's birthday today till the 223rd day of the year, basically our next eclipse on the 12th, happening at midnight, around late hours that night. So August 11th into the 12th, the 223rd day of the year, is 123 days from today, and we just had our 126K highs, right? April 7th to 9/11 is 22 weeks and 3 days, right? So again, just more makes me wonder more if we're going back to that 91-1 range, right? But also 187 code, murder, tied to this 223 skull and bones code, tied to this eclipse code, right? Murders happen around eclipses, ritual sacrifices, right? But April 7th to October 10th, which will be the 1 year anniversary this year, 2026, to the day that we saw the largest liquidation in history, where we were talking about that 123,321 go code, a short range, and a short we were calling, and then we were given the 10-9 Yale University day. And well, within 24 hours from 123K, right after our 126K highs on the 6th, well, we lost $23,000. So anybody in a short around that time period, off that 321 go run code, and that 123K, that skull and bones tied to Yale University's birthday, skull and bones ritual celebration time period thesis that we were given last year, then well, you made out handsomely, and it's just very beautiful tying to that as well. But yeah, so I wanted to continue to use that as a pivot point moving forward as we head into that 1 year anniversary of that Yale University's birthday this year. I wish that I could vibe with him. If I give him a demo, maybe I could ride with him. Maybe Emma listen if I get some time with him. Maybe Dre's looking for a kid that can sign with him. Roy had a short from 68 and let it ride to 71K today. Cheers, man. I hope it went good. He said, oh, they gotta be Chinese. Yeah, I hope he did good. He trades cross a lot of the time, so like he probably can make out both ways, from my experience with him back in the day. So we closed today's candle on the 7th. Already got the 8s printing. Closed up $3,117, up 4.53%. Okay, and we'll double check this roughly on a few charts. 4.4%, up 3K. I gotta push the go button, I ain't got a bit of time, cause it ain't about me no more. I gotta just provide. If I don't make it when he born, then I gotta get a job. Hit the ground running with a plan. Yeah, it's roughly 4.4%, 4.3%. But we can't get too excited, we got to continue to see what Taurus brings us as we transition into that around 420, April 19th, April 20th, that time period. Again, the new moon, the 17th. What happens right here at this golden pocket, things like that. We just transitioned to the 47th minute of this video on 4-7. Shout out, Agent 47. Round bottoms forming. I love it. And round bottoms pay the bills. Remember that. Give me 88K. Again, I told y'all we'll be there before you know it, and that's another 22.3% away, literally. to 88K, $88.80, $88,080 is 22.3% away. And again, people are gonna wish that, oh man, I wish I could have got that 60K, that 66.6, that 24% back. I'm telling you, people are gonna wish they could get that back. They're gonna be chasing what? Green candles. All right. Euphoria is gonna start coming back into the chart. Why? Uranus, the god of euphoria, came back. And I mean, I'm just telling you, man. Watch that transition into, Taurus. It's gonna be volatile. I'm not saying it goes up. It could be a big bull trap. We need to pay attention. What if we get up here and bull trap? And we didn't use this as a de-risking opportunity. What? After Coach been preaching from 60K and we got to the 223-322 EMA and we ain't gonna pay attention to the Skull and Bones code up 47%? What? So from the lows would be up roughly 47% to the $88,000 range, and if they wanted to ritualize us, they could. I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen. I'm just saying, like, that Uranus in transitioning into Taurus is gonna tell us everything. You know what I'm saying? That Taurus season, as we head into May, those May flowers, April showers bring those May flowers. Selling May walk away. Market thesis is gonna tell us everything. Mother's Day, look for the M patterns in May coming out of these W patterns. You see what I'm saying? Like, and we could do this all day. So we just gotta pay attention, man. Pay attention. Grill. Grind. Hustle. What has Coach been saying for years? Oh, it's May coming up, huh? What's he been talking about? Go back in the search bar of May, huh? June coming up, huh? Search bar June. What'd he say then? What'd he say in 03, 2023, 2024, 2025? Watch those videos, those links posted. It's that easy, man. Then next thing you know it, you got a notebook, you got your own formula and thesis building, and you teaching class. This was last fall coming out of Lionsgate portal with all the pumpage. Yeah, August time period. Yeah. Heading into the heliacal rising that we were speaking about last year. That 8/11 time period, 223rd day of the year, Harp's birthday, right? Yeah, that portal energy. Lionsgate portal, part of my cherry blossom thesis. Yes, sir. And he said, we called the first bullish Mercury retrograde in like 2-3 years. Bought a I don't know what the fuck that first thing is. Scanner tool and new fresh white t-shirts. That's how you know. I knew the Uranus Capricorn vibes and Taurus moon was going to ground the war tensions and ascend the price action, but I was so focused on the Sagittarius moon. Yeah, I thought I heard you say something or saw you write something about that, and I've been so busy, man. But dope. But yeah, man, Killer Cam the man, Enrique Flores, Oz, Philly D15, Roy Moore, the Electric Dude, War Machine, HHT. Dude, where's my crypto if I didn't say you? Sorry. But I mean, thank y'all, man. Historic day yet again for us. It seems like every time we come on, it's like we're doing that, But it's finally a lot of it finally catching up, right? The world catching up to us again, right? That's what I said earlier, and and it's remarkable though. I really can't wait for you guys to catch the replay and see the charts that we were breaking down, everything that we were speaking about as we were doing it at the beginning of this video. Again, it's only a recording. My mic properties, I've checked them all. I've kind of spoke a little bit louder today. This morning it was overnight, long day yesterday, in the middle of another 48 hour plus stretch today, and and so like I was just trying to preserve my vocal cords last night, so sorry about that. Everything working the same way as always, but I was kind of just speaking to myself a lot in that 30-minute video last night, but and I just wanted to share my thoughts, like I said, in it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, man, another hour with you guys that's changed my life yet again, and I couldn't be more blessed, you know what I'm saying? And like I couldn't be more wealthy off that, and abundant, full of gratitude for your presence here tonight. Totally love it. Just gained another one while I was saying that. Cool. But yeah, if y'all have any questions before we get ready to land this spaceship, get ready to upload this video and this class and continue to see where this price action takes us, as long as we can break this golden pocket right here on our historical Master Chief, the Legend of 117 fibs on fibs on fibs chart. We're at the key date, we're at the key time period, cherry blossom season getting ready to end, and heading into Taurus, and watching Uranus get ready to transition into Taurus out of Gemini under our Gemini president right now, Donald Trump. And that 2026 year that everybody said was a bear market, the first fire horse year in 60 years, and people freaking out because we just hit 60K after we said it ad nauseum over the last 6 months until we saw it, the boy who cried wolf, Michael Berry type shit. And so anyways, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna talk about? I'm down to chill and chit chat and relax for a minute, but only if you guys are down to do it. I do got some things I got to take care of, unfortunately. Always. I got a new leaf blower, and I've been working in the yard a lot. Been trying to get all the sticks and limbs and leaves and stuff from. I bought my house and moved a year ago, and I tried to get a lot of it done last year on my birthday, and I made tremendous work for like the first day and few days. I've told this story a few times, and well, anyways, I didn't get much done before the rain hit for months and months and months last year. And so this year I've started, since right before one of our students, Oz, came to stay with us, raking my yard again and trying to get all a year or so, I don't know how long it had been since somebody cleaned the yard and property before I bought the house. So it's just, I got a new leaf blower and I've been using it, and raking and trying to get sticks and limbs and leaves and stuff cleaned out of my yard so I can get some dirt laid and some yard work done and some flowers planted. I'm running out of time. I'm already missing cherry blossom season, but I'm not gonna quit. Every day that I can, every chance I get, I'm out in the yard, 2:30 to 5:30 in the morning. Cool. If that's the time I got, turn the floodlights on. And we at it. So but I'm trying hard. So that's what I was doing after I got off work today. Worked till 5:30 or so, and then came home and worked in the yard till about 7:05, and came in, and it's been a rough one. I washed my face, made sure my son was good after I got home, and now I'm about to end class and go enjoy my shower for the day after, like I said, an over 48 hour plus stretch with an hour and 45 minutes of sleep in between. And I've been zoned. I've been watching this cherry blossom resurrection Sunday thesis life, death, rebirth thesis come to life again, and I've just been stoked, man. I've been excited, to see what blossoms out of this year. And again, it's not about calling the highs or the lows. It's about the timing of this and this cycle, this thesis, and everything that we share here. And man, what a time to be alive. What a time to be a pioneer. But yeah, I'm gonna probably go ahead and kick it, you guys, and try and handle the things I need to. I see Oz is down to chill with probably Roy Moore and a few. And if y'all are on in a little bit and I still got time before I've got to just try and get that few hours of sleep tonight, then I'll get back on again and hang out with y'all. I will. But we'll just have to see how the night goes. But I do, again, I appreciate every one of y'all. I thank y'all for being here and coming out. And you've helped change my life yet again, pioneers. I do this all for you, to help teach you that you can do it too, and y'all know that. I am you. You're me. We are all one. And so each one teach one. I am my brother's keeper, and so I'm just here to be the leader, until someone's willing to take over the torch and we can all sit back, backseat to you and watch you on a Tuesday night or a Friday night take over class and share your thesis and your analysis and your decodes and what you're seeing, your foresight. Because I wish I could see that everything you're seeing. I wish I could see what my son sees or what my mother sees, but simply I can only see what I see. And so I really only spend time on what I see. And look at where it's gotten us. And so I do apologize that I can't get to a lot of your guys' content and stuff. And I promise if it was you creating that artwork, I would find the time. Even if it meant I got to pull more 48-hour stretches or something, I would watch your work. I would. One of my pioneers, yeah. I'm going to be there. But I just, I don't have a lot of time right now. I do wish I had more. And I'm going to make more. I'm manifesting more. So be patient with me. The best is yet to come. So with that being said, pioneers, we're signing out. And, if I got time in a little bit and you're still here, we'll kick it again. But guess what? We'll be here Friday. And what is that, you guys? What is Friday if today is Tuesday? Banger! Did you do it again, coach? Tuesdays and Fridays for the last 3 years have been absolute bangers and designed perfectly to fit almost around or on key dates over the last 3 years. Did you do it on purpose, coach? I don't know. But the end of cherry blossom season will be Friday and Friday night's class, so I hope to see you all there. Pioneers rise, build your fortress, build your legacies. Let's go!